Right, hello chaps. A new year, another project to do. So, what we're going to do is, this is an ER32 collet holder off my milling machine, and what I want to do is have that part of it onto my lathe so I can have a collet chuck on the lathe, which sounds quite simple, but no, never is it? So anyway, that's a faceplate off my lathe, and that is it's a Colchester Bantam. It's a D13 Camlock chuck. So as you can see, I've taken the studs out. I've got some new ones which I've bought. So I have to make this with these holes in, obviously. What I've done so far, this is a taper tester. So when I machine this part on the lathe, before I mess about putting all the holes and drilling and threading and everything else, I can test with this to make sure I'm somewhere, well, not close, but on the money. Which that fits a treat. I didn't film that bit, because we'll see that when I do this bit. So that's cut with the correct taper. That's what's on my lathe spindle nose. So we've got that as a test plug. We've got this as a template to make the rest of that. And then I've got this lump of steel here, which has been given to me by a good friend of mine. Thank you, Tony. So what we need is that on one end, with obviously that set up there on the other end. So anyway, that's what we're going to try and do, so wish me luck. Right, we'll see what happens now. So that's trued up, well, best I can because it's a bit rough. Just check that's alright. And then what we'll do, we'll face it, turn a bit of the outside till we get it running somewhere close. One we made earlier. Don't know what it would turn like, so we'll take 20 thou, see what it does. So what I'm going to try and do is just face off the front, face the outside down, and then bore a hole through the middle, cut the taper on the inside, and when we get it somewhere where we want it, then I'm fortunate enough that I've got a good friend up the road with a big half CNC machine, so we can we'll go up there with it, and then we'll set it up on the CNC machine and drill the holes. There's obviously 6 to put in, 3 for the Camlocks, and then 3 for the small, I think they're about M6 or something. I might be wrong there, I haven't looked yet. What hold the cams in when you get it on. So when all that's done, I'll come back. Hopefully it'll go straight onto the spindle of the lathe, and as long as it does, then we'll start machining the end for an ER32 Collet. So we'll see how we go. Chips are a bit stringy now. over. I've marked the part that we're turning down to match. That's 3.7. What have we got there? 4.36. 4.36. No, that's not right. What did I say that was? .4. Minus 3.7 equals 3.2 equals 170,000. Off of that, I'll bring us somewhere close. It's going to take a while because I'm only really taking 20 thou off at a time, because as you can see, this stuff, I don't know what sort of steel it is. I'm not going to complain because it didn't cost me anything, but now I've got through the outer layer, it's not wanting to chip, and if I'm not careful I'm going to end up with a right mess wrapped up everywhere. You know, the sort of thing, lead screws, all that stuff. So, we'll keep going. Doesn't sound very clever, that, does it? Kind of comes and goes a bit. Yeah. Try something like that. Look the feed a little bit and see if that cures it. Problem I've got is this is a Colchester Bantam lathe. Although it's a very good little lathe, the motor went bang on it. And the only motor I've got put on it for the time being is a 1 horsepower, and it's not really powerful enough for this. So, but we'll make do with what we got. I have got a 3 horsepower motor, which, to be honest, is a little bit the other way. Might be a little bit too powerful. But I haven't got an inverter to run it at the moment, so. Oh dear. We'll carry on with that. Right, just slow the RPM down. See if that makes any difference. Not really. The problem with carbide tools on a smaller lathe, you really need to be pushing them. But unfortunately, you run what you brung. You can hear me just turning the speed up a little bit there. Seems to have gotten rid of that noise, but I'll have a look at the finish in a minute to see where we're getting to. What we got? Well, to be honest, apart from where I stopped there, look, that is a really good finish everywhere. Right, we'll try. Let's try 20 again. Just go down slightly. got a fair feed rate on there. On 4th hour per revolution. That's 4th hour on the feed. It's taking 20th hour off the diameter, well 40th hour actually, 20th hour side. Sounds better, leaving a good finish. If that's what we have to do, that's what we have to do. Right, well I changed a different tool. It didn't make quite as much noise, but I think the tip's about gone on that, so I'll change that around in a minute. And we're looking for 3/7. Let's see, do we go around? Oh, there we go. 3707, so on 7th hour off it. There's no critical dimension to this. The only reason I'm sticking to 3/7 is I prefer to just turn to a number, if you know what I mean. And then let's just go from there. Is that the right one? Right, just had to change this tip out. Right, another tip, can't remember what measurement was on there. Yeah, 7th hour. I want to leave it a couple of thou over actually because it is quite hot. So I'll take 2.5 thou cut and see where we go. Try that. We'll take another measurement. Just run it along it for a little bit and then just give me enough room to get the mic back in. And then we'll see where we are. So I want to be about 3702, something that kind of region. Try that. See how we get to. $3,702. That'll do. We'll let that run along. Let that go to the end of the cut, and then I'll break that edge off the front. I'm not worried about the back end of it because that's all going to be machined when it's turned around. And then we've got to drill the middle and bore it to, bore it to 1.7. And when we got that out to 1.7, then we've got to cut the taper. That's leaving a lousy finish now, isn't it? Oh well. What God invented emery cloth for, wasn't it? Never mind. Right, I've got a hole straight through the middle. And now, what we've got to do, I'm going to, because it's an ER32 Collet, and I can only go up to 20mm, well that's the size of my collets anyway, I don't know if you can get any slightly bigger ones. This drill is just under 20mm, so I'm going to put this through and then I'm going to just put a little boring bar in and then take the hole out to 20mm, and then that'll be it as far as the centre hole for the collet. And then after that's done, after that's done, we've got to take it to 1.3 inches deep, and the bore wants to be 1 inch 650, and that'll be for the centre of the D13. So then after that, we've got the taper to cut, and then I think what I'm going to do is, because that, as Geordie John would say, is shit finish. I'm going to grind up a little bit of, well, I'm not going to grind it up, I've got some high-speed steel cutters. I'm going to tart one up a little bit and just skim the outside and the base of it just to tidy it up. I want things to look pretty, don't they? Well, not that pretty, but looks like someone's actually thought about what they've been doing. If we get that far, that'll be alright, I suppose. So, we get this hole through, and then we get a boring bar on the job. See where we go. Right, see you in a bit. Right, we've got boring bar in. We're going to try it at 2 thou on the feed, 2 thou per revolution, about 330 RPM. We'll take a 20 thou cut, squirted a bit of oil in the bore, so we'll see what she does. The boring bar is actually held on the first of the 3 screws. It is a bit of a stick out, but I've not really got a lot of choice, to be honest. We'll see what it does. Oh, let's turn it off now. We've got to get that. I need about 70 thou taken out of that bore. I need 787 thou. It's going to give me 20 mil. Equals 19.98 millimetres. I'll get this hole out a little bit bigger, and then what I shall do, I shall take that out and I shall go in with that, because, you know, it's a Colchester Bantam lathe, like I said before, and it is built like a tank. But on the smaller lathes, from what I've seen, you know, we can't seem to push the carbide enough, or at least I can't anyway, to get a really good finish every time. So I tend to sort of rough things out to sort of near enough where I want it for carbide, and then that last little bit I'll just finish up with high-speed steel. You don't get a shiny finish, no, but as long as you take your time honing your high-speed steel, you do get a really smooth finish to the touch. And if you want a shiny bit, just run some emery cloth over the outside of the bore. But, I'm sure we'll be alright no matter what we do. Boring. Second pass. I'll have about another 35 thou to go after that. 2 more passes. Slow old job this is.
Number 10.
Third pass. This will leave me about 18 thou left to go. And then what I'll do, I shall leave myself about 5 thou left to take out with the high-speed steel boring bar. Right, this this will be the last pass. A bit of joy juice. This is just going to take a couple of thou out of it, because I will have to right. I think I'm going to take it out a little bit further when I get around to the other side. And this will be it for this video, I think, because I'm running out of memory on the camera. So I suppose we'll see you in part 2.